year's ABIM Foundation Forum convened healthcare leaders, learners, patients, and change makers from across the industry to explore a central question. How do traditional conceptions of medical professionalism need to evolve for it to remain valuable, grounding, and responsive to patients in today's medical landscape? Dr. Lisa Rosenbaum opened the forum with a powerful keynote on the tensions inherent in medical professionalism today. Citing David Foster Wallace's reminder that there's no such thing as not worshiping, the only choice we get is what we worship, she posed a provocative question: is medicine worthy of worship? 3 key forces emerged from her reflections. First, the desanctification of work. Work is losing its sense of meaning. We must be intentional about what we elevate. Second, well-being as an unassailable good. While essential, its moral authority can blur when every hardship is framed as trauma. Third, the pursuit of frictionless. In a world where apps load instantly and AI writes papers, a pursuit of efficiency at all costs can erode the deeply human work of medicine. She urged us to ask, when do systemic failures become our own? The moral injury narrative, she argued, can unintentionally erode clinicians' sense that they do have agency to improve the systems in which they work. Building a stronger collective we requires emotional honesty and acknowledging our very real pain without being consumed by it. Her message: language and trends may shift, but we must resist the erosion of professional values and hold on to belief that caring for the person in front of us still matters. From there, the conversation turned to corporatization and financialization. Troy Brennan reflected on the physician charter's roots in altruism and justice, values increasingly strained in corporate settings, while Aaron Fusay-Brown pointed to legal tools that could preserve physician autonomy. Dhruv Kular asked where, within these corporate structures, clinical responsibility truly lives. Together, they left us with the central question: when money and values collide, which one wins? We then explored professionalism in medical education, where generational values, bias, and evolving expectations often intersect. Adara Landry spoke to the harm of vague feedback, especially when it intersects with identity. London Robinson reflected on the dual role of social media in fostering connection and confusion. Nora Osman called for moving away from punitive models towards developmental ones, grounded in emotional intelligence, peer support, and coaching. David Goldman challenged us to reject professional victimhood. Even in flawed systems, he reminded us clinicians have influence. Drawing from history, he warned that compliance and self-interest can coexist with professional identity, and he urged us to use our wiggle room to act in service of patients and justice. Finally, we turned to bright spots. Kevin Schulman argued for unionization as a tool against administrative harm. Lilia Cervantes reframed advocacy as a professional competency. Brad Spellberg described collaboration between clinicians and administrators that keeps patients, not policies, at the center. The forum closed with Don Berwick urging us to extend the values we show patients: presence, humility, in our leadership and in our systems. There is a role for organizational professionalism. Jessica Berwick reflected on moral injury and meaning in the age of AI. Desiree Walker called for empathy, accountability, and intention with patients and the profession. And Susie Landon reminded us to draw courage from patients' voices, seeing adversity as a path to meaning. In addition to lectures and panels, action-oriented work groups drew on lessons from our speakers, and a common thread emerged. Professionalism must reflect the voices and experiences of patients and be grounded in trust, humility, and action. Together, we explored what medical professionalism must become to meet this moment: anchored in trust, informed by patient voices, and responsive to a rapidly changing healthcare landscape. While the forum has ended, the ideas and insights shared will continue to guide the ABIM Foundation's work, shape our mission, and help reimagine what professionalism looks like in the years ahead. In the coming weeks, we'll share a full meeting summary and session recordings. We hope you'll stay engaged with us in advancing medical professionalism as a foundation for fostering a more just and trustworthy landscape for patients and professionals alike.